Hi, this is Mrs. Grosland. I'm here to teach you Unit 6, Lesson 5. Our target today is I will learn to understand and apply comparison language to solve addition and multiplication comparison problems. Please pause the video and open your textbook to page 269. Grab a pencil, and if your math teacher allows it, you can use a calculator. All right, here we go. The jump rope contest. So it says in comparison problems, you compare two amounts by addition or multiplication. Draw comparison bars when needed. We're going to jump down and do number 2 first. Pretty easy problem. It says Ahanu jumped 1,050 times. Rolando jumped 1,080 times. How many fewer times did Ahanu jump than Rolando? Well, you can clearly see Rolando jumped more by the two numbers, right? And if how many fewer kind of indicates that you should subtract. Hopefully you can do this in your head. 1,080 minus 1,050 would be 30 times fewer. All right, we're going to drop down to number 4. Altogether, the green team jumped 10,264 times. The yellow team jumped 759 fewer times than the green team. How many times did the yellow team jump? So they told us that the green team jumped this many, and the yellow team is fewer, so you know that you should subtract. Okay, so your problem would be 10,264 minus 759. You're always putting the big number on the top. Okay, go ahead and either subtract that on your calculator or by hand. Did you get 9,505 like I did? If you didn't, you can see my work and see how your work compares to it. All right, we're going to jump down now one below there. So now we have Ted, who jumped 1,300 times, and he jumped 100 more times than Mario. How many times did Mario jump? Well, if you read this really quickly, you might see the word more and think, oh, I've got to add. But look at it carefully. Ted jumped 1,300, and that's more than Mario. So if you're trying to figure out how many times Mario jumped, it's going to be less. Okay? Sometimes word problems get confusing like that. And if you need to, if it helps you, you can make a comparison model or comparison bars. So I know that Ted jumped more. So I'm going to put Ted up here, and I'm going to put his amount inside my bar. He jumped 1,300, and that's 100 more than Mario. So I'm going to put 100 here and Mario here, and I've got to figure out this number plus this number gives me this number. How do I find it? I subtract. So if you subtract correctly, you get 1,200. All right, one more on this page. Look at number 6. Isaac jumped 987 times. Carlos needs to do 195 more jumps to tie with Isaac. How many times has Carlos jumped so far? Okay, now they said more again, but on that problem before, number 5, it was more and we had to subtract. So let's do this. Let's figure out who jumped more. Okay, if Carlos has to jump more to tie with Isaac, you know that Isaac jumped more. So once again, if this helps you, you could make a comparison bar like this. So Isaac jumped 987 times. Carlos has to do 195 more. So this is going to be Carlos right here. So this plus this gives me this, or the opposite, 987 minus 195 will give me Carlos's score. Pause your video and subtract those. Did you get 792? Hope so. All right, we're going to turn the page, and on the next page, we're going to show you some comparison problems with multiplication. And we're going to start out with the easiest of all, number 8. Ty scored 6 points in the basketball game. Ed scored 4 times as many points as Ty. how many points did Ed score? Well, 4 times as many, so I'm going to do 4 times as many as Ty, and Ty scored 6. 4 times 6, 24 points. Easy peasy. All right, we're going to drop down now to, let's see, we're going to drop down to number 11 with Dana. Don't let the fraction make you nervous. Dana has 9 files of music downloads. She has 1/5 as many as Sonia. How many files of music downloads does Sonia have? Well, if Dana's is 1/5 as many as Sonia, you know that Sonia's got a lot, right? So Sonia's going to be the bigger number. So S for Sonia, and we're trying to figure out what she has. Okay, so Dana has 1/5. So I'm going to break Sonia down into 5 parts. So it's 1/5. She has one of these fifths, and one of those fifths is 9. So all of these are going to be 9, right? Okay, so 1/5 is 9. How many does Sonia have? Well, I've got 5 9s. 5 times 9 is 45. So another way you could look at this is you could say to yourself, she has 1/5 of 9, or 1/5 of some number. Okay, I could put in D for downloads there, or S for Sonia, is going to be 9. So you're figuring out 1/5 of what number? Okay, and the answer would be 45. In this case, we're kind of doing the opposite, aren't we? Instead of dividing, we're multiplying. All right, we're going to do one more, 5th graders. We're going to do the one right after that. We got another person with music downloads. We have Chester, number 12. And Chester has 49 files of music downloads. Tony has 1/7 as many as Chester. How many files of music downloads does Tony have? Well, if you want to make a comparison model, you know that Chester has more, right? So I'm going to put C for Chester. He's got 49, and Tony has 1/7. So I'm going to try to very quickly do 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 7 parts, right? Okay, so I'm cutting this 49 into 7 pieces, basically. Well, you know that 49 divided by 7 is 7, right? So if I have 7 7s, I have 49. So my answer there is 7. Okay, so again, you could do 1/7 of 49. Of means times. And this is really multiplying fractions, isn't it? First you do the top, then you do the bottom, okay, and you get 7. All right, so tip is, if you get stuck, you can make a comparison, or just say to yourself, which one is bigger? Which person has more? And then take it from there. Decide if you've got to go bigger or go smaller. If you're going to go bigger, you're going to multiply or add. If it's going to be smaller, you're going to subtract or divide. Good luck on your homework. See you around.